Someone asked, for a beginner, how much would you suggest the person starts with?
How much the balance, the initial investment?
Yes, as in the initial investment.
Initial investment always as small as possible. $100 is enough. You cannot think of the psychology, what will happen with 10K, whatever, if you didn't. As a martial trader, when you do martial art, you don't start with the World Championship or Olympics. You start by being the champion of your gym. Then you are the champion of your city. Then you are the champion of your region. Then of your country. Then of your continent, and then of the world. You don't go for the continent if you didn't get to the local one first.
Exactly.
You master $100, you make a good performance for a couple of months, you master your strategy. Then if you turn, for example, $100 to $150 in 3 months, and you are conservative, or to $200, and you like, the performance is good, but there is not enough money. If you want to add $1,000 and you can afford it, and you're not going to be so stressed about this $1,000, add $1,000. If you mastered 1,000, go for 5. And hopefully, if you turn 1,000 into 2 slowly and 3, you will not need to deposit. But I get this question many times, especially for people that they can afford to have money. They're like, hey, I have 20,000. Can I start with 20K? I'm like, never. It makes no sense. You didn't even try your strategy for months and build a track record. Start with the minimum always. But this is a good question, because I would advise not to stay stuck too much on the demo. Because the demo has something in it, it will drive you crazy. You will burn a demo account, get another one, put 100,000 in the demo account. It's too fake. You cannot have any feeling about the trading. Start as early as possible and lose your own money, because when you lose your own money, you're going to get a big slap, and it's going to affect your confidence, and you will have the revenge, and you're on the real fight. So don't learn a little bit the strategy, learn trading on the demo, and jump in the live with small amount, with $50, with $100.
Sorry, the lady who asked the question is on here, headmistress. Good. So I think maybe the answer, she can pick it now. So I would be glad if you can take it again, because I think she was passionate about the question, very passionate. So her question, let me rephrase it again. Her question was, how much does a beginner need to start to be profitable? Good. That's the exact question. She's on here now, headmistress. So maybe it will be better maybe you answer her again, because we're seeing something that's very important.
Yeah, sure. So
the
profitability has nothing to do with the amount that you invest. You can put 100K and be less profitable than $100. If you make 10% a month with $100, it's still better than making 1% a month with 10K. So first of all, you need to test your strategy on live condition with the smallest amount possible. Always start very small and build on your strategy, build on your experience, build on your psychology and discipline. Once you master trading with $100 and you manage to reach 2-3 months in a row, and you are satisfied with your performance, you can add another 500, you can add another 1,000 and see how it goes. Then later on, you can add another 5,000. But this process should take years. Let's say now, as I said, there are some people that they tell me, yes, I have 20K, I have 50K, or people that they are older already, they have a career, they have money, and they say, I don't know what to do with my investment, I have 50K. I always advise not to start with this amount, because it makes no sense. You don't go for the big competition if you didn't win the small competition. You don't know how you're going to react to bad days. Your psychology, your revenge psychology, your discipline, all of this has to be mastered in a month. You don't become a black belt, no matter how motivated you are. You cannot become a black belt in 1 year. You need first of all to master the yellow belt, then the green one, then the again and again and again until it becomes a habit. So I would advise to start with $50, with $100, build on your performance, and slowly add some capital when you're really confident that everything is going well.
Yeah, but you mentioned something about the demo, practicing with demo, and you made mention that demo has some kind of it has some funny characteristics that will make you drive you crazy. I would want you to stress a bit on that.
So I have a lot of people that they tell me, for example, I have 10K I have 10K and I want to learn on demo and then put the 10K. This is totally a wrong approach. You should learn on the demo just to learn the basic of how the platform works, how you open position, how you put your stop loss. The demo account is only to learn how to trade. But then to learn and develop your strategy, you should not stay stuck on the demo. When I hear that some people are trading on the demo for years, I think this is totally wrong approach. You should learn the basic on demo, then straight away start with a small capital on live account and build on that. Don't become a stuck demo trader and say, yes, I tried 50 strategies, I have some robots and I know this one and I managed to make 500%. And then when you ask everything in the demo, it means nothing. You can be the best trader in the world on demo. It means nothing, because when you're going to go with real money, all those emotions, they will start to, no matter if you have 10 years experience in the demo, you are still a beginner with a real account. As early as possible, you need to start having the feeling of earning your own money and losing your own money. This is the biggest feeling, because in a demo account, when you make a profit, okay, you can be happy about the performance, but if you burn the account, you feel nothing, because it's not real money. And if you put $100 and you burn it, no matter if it's a lot of money for you or little money for you, you are still disappointed that you just threw your money. And that feeling is the best feeling to learn to become a trader. You cannot become a professional boxer by only fighting the punching bag. You need to get punched in the face as well to know what is the feeling of defending.
Yeah.
So this is exactly the same thing. I've started very early, and everybody around me, my friend, my family, they were telling me, you're like a gambler. You lose so much money. You told me you transformed $500 into $2,000 and then you lost 50%. I said, this is the process of learning. I'm not losing, I'm learning. Yeah. And they wouldn't understand. But 10 years later, they can see now what I'm making. Yeah. And the people that they stayed stuck on the demo, they are still learning new strategies.
On the demo. Okay. But I think I agree with you too. But just as sometimes getting in the fear to even start with the real funds or with the real money is sometimes maybe the main challenge or the hindrance why people even start with it. But I agree with you perfectly. Yeah. So I think we are done on that. And can we link this to the question of prop firm? Maybe you can touch on that a little bit before we get into today's main topic. Because if, let's say, the person feels the funds he or she has is small and would want to trade without funds, like small funds, is there a way to start with huge funds where prop firms come in and all of that?
Exactly. So there are some advantages of the prop firm, I have to say. A lot of advantages and maybe small disadvantages, but let's talk on that. I've heard about prop firms a couple of months or years ago. I don't remember. Everybody started to ask me about prop firms, and I said, okay, I'm going to test it myself, because I'm not going to talk too much about something I didn't test myself.
Okay.
So I've tried it, and I've seen the advantages definitely. With an investment of $100, for example, or $500, you can end up having an account of 10K or of 100,000 or 200,000. So the main advantage is that with small amount, you can end up straight away, if you pass those challenges, trading with big funds. This is the advantage. Now, this is linked to a small disadvantage, is that if you don't have a lot of experience in trading, you need to be very cautious, and straight away you need to be very strong in discipline. Why? Because you will put $100 and they're going to give you an account of, or you will put $200 and they're going to give you an account of 100,000, for example. Well, straight away you are trading big funds, and you're making big profit and big losses. So your psychology straight away need to be ready for those type of funds. If you're always on a demo, or you only traded $100 account, and now you are trading this $100,000 account, you might be scared, and it might affect your psychology. So you have to be very careful and ready on that. But the advantage is that you trade big funds.
Yeah.
Now, the second advantage is that all those prop firms have strict risk management rules. And I think it is a big advantage. They tell you you cannot lose more than 5% a day. You cannot lose more than 10% overall. So they already set you a maximum drawdown.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good thing because straight away the discipline is very strict. The risk management is very tight. They don't tell you can lose 50% or 80%. It's only 10%. And you have some trading objectives. So I think this is a very big advantage for traders that they lack discipline to try those prop firms and see how they will manage to follow those rules and if they manage to pass them.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, because I've adapted to this type of strategy, all the prop firm that I tried, I passed. But I've seen, for example, once I sent you also the pictures of everything that I passed and the profit. So the only thing that I would say that in the long term, the disadvantage, so a prop firm, I would say that's a big jump to help you to trade big fund, and this is a huge advantage. But in the long term, why it's also important to trade your own funds and grow that and grow your own history, because the rules, they are always strict. So you will always have this maximum daily drawdown of 5%. No matter if you made a lot of profits, you cannot use this profit as a compounding to say, now I can increase my drawdown. And this is a disadvantage. Let me explain myself.
Right.
If I start with $100,000 and now I'm at $130,000, and I said, you know what, I'm going to use $20,000 to 20%. I'm going to use $20,000 to try to make an extra $30,000 or $40,000. So these $20,000, I'm not going to trade them in one day, but I'm going to trade them in the following days and weeks very aggressively. Either I lose this 20,000 and I'm back at 110. It doesn't matter. I traded only the profit, or I'm going to make a lot more profits. And this is the advantage of the compounding effect. The compounding effect is using your profit and your capital to make even more profit. You can't multiply an account by 10 or turn 10K into 100K without doing this type of risk, without risking your profit to make even more profit. With the prop firm, it's not possible because your drawdown will always be 10%. So even if you make 50%, 100% profits, you cannot risk that profit to make more profit because you can only risk 10% at any time. So I would say this is the little disadvantage. I wouldn't say it's a big disadvantage. I would say the little disadvantage is that the prop firm don't allow you to make compounding, which is the key to make big money in Forex.
Okay, because I and a few friends have tried the prop firm. The name is FTGFx, and it was at the point it was working at some point, but like you said, you make profit and sometimes you feel like, oh, you need to compound it, like you're saying, try to compound it and try make some more, but you end up losing it at the end of it because of the conditions that is set for you. Okay, it's very tight, especially when it comes to the leverage and the drawdowns and all of those.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So we will get into today's main topic, and we have 11 members in the house. We have Anim, we have Annie, we have Kofi, Headmistress, iPhone, Joseph. There are lots more to other guys to join us. But once again, I would like to introduce myself, what we do here. I am Da Costa, the founder of Forex Trading in Ghana. What we basically do is we train Forex traders, both amateur, newbies, and professional traders, as to how to trade profitably, easily, and safely. And this platform is called the FTGFs Lounge, where we talk to experienced Forex traders like Marshall Trader. He himself is an award-winning Forex trader and a managing director in one of the Forex brokers. So we are privileged to have him here. In today's episode, he's going to share with us the importance of compounding. Okay, so normally we traders, when we start trading, we just want to compound or keep growing our account and all of that, but there's a psychology bit of it, risk management bit of it, and all of that, and he's here to help us out based on his experience. So if you have any questions, you can just type in there. You can see meeting chat. You can type there, and then I will ask him on your behalf. If you can also on your mic, you can also on your mic when you want to ask any question. So I would leave the floor for him to take us through what compounding is all about, the power of compounding in trading. So, Masha Trader, I leave it. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you. So, what is compounding and why compounding is the key to being a successful Forex trader? I would say that there are two types of traders, conservative and aggressive. And the conservative represents a very small minority of the traders out there. What is a conservative trader? Conservative trader is somebody that is planning to earn less than 30% a year and is more like an investment. Instead of buying a property, instead of putting the money in gold, or instead of keeping the money in a bank or in a safe investment, buying bonds or whatever, they'll put 50,000, 100,000, $500,000 and aim to look at 2-3% a month. That will be already amazing for them, and are looking for the safest strategy, not to risk as little as possible of their capital to earn this type of income in the long run. They still use compounding because they keep their capital for years. So even if they make 15% per year within, or 10% per year, in 3 years is not 30%, it will be more, because by keeping the capital in, you still profit from the benefits from the profit that you made in the first year. You're going to use it to make more profit on the second year. So they use compounding. But myself, I was not this type of trader when I started, and all the people that I met around me are not this type of trader. We are small traders starting with 100, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. So something, let's say, under 20,000, and trying to make an income out of it, and trying to become profitable trader to change our life. So this falls into the category of aggressive trader, using high leverage, trying to invest in instruments that they are more volatile, to profit from a maximum from the market. So what is compounding? Compounding is making an initial safe profit, not to try not to risk your initial capital, and from these profits, use it, keep it in your balance, not withdrawing it, and use it to make even more profit. Then with this more profit, use it to make even more profit, so that it goes exponential. So if I made 1, I'm going to use this 1 to make 2. I made 2, I'm going to use this 2 to make 4. I use this 4, I make this 4, I use the 4 to make 8, etc., etc. So this is the advantage of compounding. And why compounding is so important, it's not being taught in the general education, because it's all about risk rewards and how to have a profitable strategy and set your stop loss and take profit. All of this is very important, but the difference between a good trader and a trader that is going to be really like a profitable trader, big success trader, is the power of compounding. I give you an example. If you start with a capital of 10,000, let's say, and you make even 10% every month, that is amazing. But you withdraw that 10% every month, you're like, okay, I made 1,000, that's good. I'm paying, that's like a salary for me, and I'm withdrawing every month. At the end of the year, what have you done? You would have done 12 times 1,000. So you would have made like 1,200, which is about 120%, which is still very good. But if you started, let's say, with 1,000, and at the end of the year you made 1,200, it won't change your life. But if you start with 1,000 and you still make 10% a year, and you don't withdraw the capital for 2 years, it looks like you're making a sacrifice, because you don't make any profit every month. You're not withdrawing cash every month. But at the end of 2 years, you would have made 800%. You would have made 8,000%. So the difference is like above 8,000. So the difference is like 8 times more. And this is the power of compounding. And this is what traders need to learn to really become successful. And I think that is not being taught enough, because everybody's focusing on having a successful strategy. And when they have a good month, or 2 good months, or 3 good months, the big mistake that many traders do is that they withdraw their profit and start again from zero, instead of using this profit to make even more profit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it explains this well, but the thing is, a lot of us come into forex trading with the idea of making money, because making money and maybe withdrawing on monthly basis. Okay, so per what you are saying, it sounds more of like maybe there's some money there that I wouldn't want to even touch. I just want to keep that money somewhere for like 4 years, 3 years, like you're saying. And has it got to do with the mindset that we come into trading with, or what is the problem like with traders in general? Because like you're saying, it is profitable to do it this way. Yeah, but majority of us don't do it this way. So what is the problem? What's the gap? What is the problem? What could be the problem? Yeah.
The problem is on the mindset and the education. You don't see many materials. It's like a kept secret that is not taught to traders. And many traders, they are being taught. If you take all the books, all the biggest books that they talk, all the biggest education that they talk about Forex, they will tell you about the strategies, they will tell you about the profits, they will tell you about a lot of things, but you will not find a chapter dedicated to compounding, while compounding is the real key of making big money. You will see that 90% of the traders, they fall in the second category, the aggressive traders. So they are not the small, the big investors that they put the hundreds of thousands or the millions. And out of those 90% traders, more than 90% want to make big money. You will never find somebody who starts with the 1,000 and he says, look, if I can make $20 a month, I will be happy. You would never gonna find a trader that says, you know what, I'm gonna put $10,000, and if I can withdraw $500 every month, I will be happy. The majority of us, we look, and it's funny because when you look in all social media and you just type Forex trader, life of a Forex trader.
Yeah.
This is what happened to me. This is what motivated me. What do you see? What do you see on internet? What do you see on YouTube when you put life of a Forex trader?
Yeah.
You see people with cars, with houses, with mansions, going to Dubai, and even in Africa, there are so many of them, and in Europe and in the States, driving Lambos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How can you withdraw $500 a month and end up being like them? So for any trader that they want to become like them, there is only two solutions. The number one solution is the compounding, is to be able to put some money, and you can trade two accounts. Nobody says that you have to trade one account. You can have, for example, you have $2,000. You put $1,000, you leave it for 2 years, and you multiply it with the effect of compounding. And the other $1,000, you withdraw a little bit every month. If this is what makes you happy, or if you really need this money for some small expenses, then it's also good to do it this way. But to put all your capital and withdraw it every month, you'll never make big money. And the second way is the one that I said last time. It's about becoming a fund manager. So once you build a good track record and people start to notice you, somebody's going to tell you, look, I want to put 10K in your strategy. I want to put 100K in your strategy. And with this, you're going to end up making much more profit from the performance fee that you would make from trading your own capital. And both of them, they are this is what I told you last time. Both of them are kept secret that most of the traders don't know. They think they're going to put $1,000, withdraw every month, and then one day 1 million is going to appear magically. But this is pure math. If you withdraw your capital every month, the best case scenario, you're going to make 100 to 100% a year. So the best case scenario, that even in 10 years, you won't be making that type of money that you dream of. This type of money can only come from compounding or from trading big funds of investors that they want to be conservative. But even if you make 5% and they withdraw it, from this 5%, you might make 10,000 yourself, or 20,000. And in this case, it's big money.
Yes. So with this, you being an experienced forex trader, and also you are with a broker and you are behind scenes. So most of us here are just traders, like retailers, right? And you are a retailer and you're also behind scenes, like you are part of a management of a brokerage. Okay. does the brokerage or some of the brokers intentionally hire people to portray such lifestyle online so that it will lure them to start trading and also trade fast, like have that kind mindset of getting rich quick scheme, that kind of thing? Does the forex broker manipulate that?
That's a good question. I would say no, because most of the big brokers and the big financial firm, the big money that they're gonna make is from big investors. So they don't have an interest in luring all the clients to come be too excited and burn their money, because in the long run they will destroy their reputation. So you cannot have a very big organization being there for 10 years, for 15 years and doing this type of practices. Some small broker might, but they will not stay in the long term, because at the end of the day it will affect their reputation. But you will see that many of those YouTubers or those influencers, they might be introducers for those brokers. And I'm going to give you an example. When I started, I remember I was putting videos, I was in social media, and you can see, even in my Instagram, I like to share, but I don't like to flash or to push people. I show the performance to inspire them, but I never say that it's easy. So I don't like to lure people into a fake, easy way to make money. This is totally wrong, but many do. You would see guys and they click and they say the day of the life of a trader, they make 2 clicks in the morning and then they go to the beach and then they drive their Lambo. But most of the money that they're going to make is by the commission that they will do from introducing the clients. This is the wrong model. But to go back to the point, when I started, I remember I liked this idea because I felt inspired when I was driving, and I was making some podcasts driving my car.
Okay.
And I could drive my nice car, but I like to drive a small car every day.
Okay.
And the amount of comments of people, although I was sharing some big knowledge, very important knowledge that you're not going to find easily, some real experience, not some fake influence experience, some real one from my 15 years experience in trading. And many of the comments were, what is the car that you're driving? Oh, what is this small car? So this is the brainwash that people are. They might trust somebody driving a Lambo telling them, I wanted to say a bad word, but telling them crap about Forex that won't help them become successful trader just because they are sitting in a nice car. But if there is someone sitting in an office sharing good knowledge or driving a small car, because you might not know the empire that is behind. The empire is not within the car. The empire is in the properties, is in the land that you own. Is in those types of assets. And all the biggest investor, and I've met a good share of them, you will find many big investors, they don't even care about cars and stuff. They might drive a rental car even. They don't even care, but they might own 100 properties. So people also need to be very careful. No matter where you are in the world, don't use that as a motivation, as an inspiration. I use it as well if you see somebody driving a nice car, but it doesn't mean that you have to listen to them just because of that. Get the knowledge in the books, get the knowledge in the real people that they teach you something interesting that is going to change your life in trading. But don't listen to somebody just because of the materialistic things that they are showing you online.
I think I also see that a lot online, and a lot of people are attracted to that, like you're saying, and I think we are also going to learn from that as well. And can we say that this kind of flashy lifestyle of some forex traders, whatever, online, can we term that as a bait to get some of us or the newbies into just trading or getting their clients as in the IB when they are working as IBs for this? Can we see them in that light?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it can be a bait, but you know what? That's not a bad thing. It's like anything in life, If you find a girlfriend and that's your first girlfriend and she abuses you and she takes all your money but you're still broke, and you pay for her restaurant, you pay for her clothes, and then at the end you realize, you open your eyes and you're like, you know what, this girl is not the right person for me. She doesn't care about me. She's only there to take my money.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you will grow from that and you will find the right partner.
Yeah.
But if you are fool enough to stay with this person for 10 years and give her all your money and have children and realize after 15 years that you've been fooled, then that's your problem. Yeah. So in trading is the same. If those guys, they are actually making us a favor, because if I've been attracted by the wrong reason and I was seeing those influencers and I joined, and then I realized after a while that I keep losing my money, I'm not learning anything, and I keep dreaming, I'm just a dreamer, then it's my responsibility to learn and grow from that and become a better trader. Yeah. But actually they're doing a good job, because they're attracting a lot of people to trading that maybe they wouldn't care about trading. Yeah. And then if you realize, so this is an opportunity. Me, I can say that maybe I've been attracted to Forex trading because I was a student. I was broke. I was studying in UK. I was working on the side. And I've seen that I work so hard and I cannot save money. I work so hard, I study, and I cannot even save money. I said, what is the opportunity for me? I might have been attracted by somebody who just show really nice cars and a really nice lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I might be fooled and I burned some account at the beginning. Yeah. But then it's your responsibility to learn from it. And if after 5 years, you are still dreaming of Lambos and burning accounts and you didn't learn anything about trading, I guess that's your fault. Yeah. I guess you don't deserve to be a trader.
Yeah. So the mind has to change at some point, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't look is like why I call always martial trader. Yeah. I've done boxing all of my life. Yeah. Me, when I started boxing and I was broke, I was taking the boxing glove from my coach. You know, they have some old boxing glove, all stinky, whatever. This is what I was wearing. And when I started to win competition, then I bought my own gloves. And you see some people, they come, you know, those gloves, they look like they are the one of the brand of Mike Tyson or Mayweather or Anthony Joshua, and they have all the nice clothes, but they are not training, they are not sweating. All they care about is the lifestyle of a boxer. Yeah. And they go and they train a bit in the gym bag, and then you tell them, let's go for sparring. I'm not ready. They stay on the demo account. Those guys will never become boxer. Yeah, I don't care about the clothes. So once again, you might have, you know, when Anthony Joshua or when Mayweather will win a competition, suddenly you might see 1,000 people registering on the gym because they got excited, they saw the fight. They like the lifestyle. Those people are dreamers. They are fans. They like to be fans. Me, I'm not a fan. When I look at somebody, I want to become like him. I just don't want to put a poster of his picture or his name in my back. Yeah. So this is the difference. But there is nothing wrong. When you go to a boxing gym, you can't say that out of 100 people who train, 100 people are going to become champion. Of course not. Some people are not meant to be. And this is the same thing of trading. You cannot save everybody. Not everybody can be trader. Exactly. The amount of hours, the amount of account that I've burned, the amount of sweat and tears and blood and disappointment, the amount of time I felt like throwing my laptop out of the window, all of this. And people come and they say, oh, it's easy. It's easy, and now I become a trader. It's not easy. You're going to have to go through the suffering. Yeah. And then when you will master it, then the joy will come. So it's okay. Those guys are helping to make a filtering. A lot of people come in, they're interested by the flashy, they don't make the effort. And then either they lose their money or leave or keep losing money, but this is their fault. I think everybody, you have to question yourself. After 1 year, that's why it's also important to have a journal. You have to say, look, what did I learn this year? I lost, it's okay, but did I learn something? Next year, I lost, but did I learn something? Did I become a better trader? Did I made my strategy better? What am I learning? If you're not learning things year after year, give up and do something else that maybe you'll be more successful. I agree with you perfectly. So, but we are going to the time is almost up for the part 1. We will get into the part 2, but I would want to share this with the members. If you have any question, maybe when we get into the part 2, you can just type them there. But we have comments from Alias. He said this, he agrees with everything that he said. And then a comment from Perez. He also says this is like a masterpiece, that he really enjoyed everything.
Elias said, Masha, when you have time, can you tell us what happened on the CHF currency? CHF,
All
that's
right.
Swiss francs. And we have a lady in Switzerland who is on the line, Annie. So maybe she can also appreciate that a lot. And I got on the wrong side, even in my analysis tells me that it's going down and the market reversed. So maybe in the second, when this meeting ends, please, I shared two links with you. You can click on the second one to join the second meeting. But in the second meeting, we receive your questions, and
Yeah.
also we would let Marshall Trader also tell us a little bit about maybe the broker he works with and proprietary firms that he works with us also, because we are planning on working together on some of these projects. So I think this would be a good platform for him to share some of those things with us as well. So maybe we would have to join. Let's meet in the other class, and then we answer Elias's question and then any other question as
Yep.
well. Yep, yep. So
Okay.
please, if you
Let's
have
do
the
it.
please, if you have the other link, let's sign out and then meet at the other side. Thanks.
In terms of even in sport, let's say you might not be able to do all the same types of sport because some sport are not available in your area. So you think you're going to be able to do horse riding or karting or become a Formula One driving, and it costs a lot of money. In terms of studies, all the best universities, we know like if you really want to be one of the best students in the world, you're going to have to go to UK, the best universities in France or in the US or whatever. In this sense, you might say that it's difficult for some, but for traders, you can be anywhere in the world as long as you have your internet connection and you have your laptop. You have the same opportunity as any trader in the world. And this opportunity was given to me because I come from a very modest background, and I started with not the same opportunity. My first job was like pizza delivery, and I had to work very hard in the hotel to pay for my studies because I couldn't afford my studies. And trading was for me the door that gave me the opportunity to change my world and become the person I was dreaming to become, and reach the level I wanted to reach. So my objective and my dream is to empower everybody all around the world without any discrimination. That's why most of my events, I got a really strong community in South America as well, and we made events for 3,000, for 6,000 people, because you see the hunger and you see the youth, and this is what I want to empower. I want to educate, and I want to give the chance to people to become fund managers, to become amazing traders, no matter if you are from Morocco, from Ghana, from South America, from Mexico, or from Switzerland, Norway, and the States. There is no difference in this sense.
Yeah.
So this is the objective, and when the time will be done and ready, we will talk about it and we will share this opportunity for everybody to hopefully become at least as the same level as Marshall trader and your level as well, and become profitable and successful traders, and as well potentially become fund managers.
Yes. Okay. Thanks a lot. Well spoken, and we also appreciate your time and all of that. Please, if you have any question, you can just type in there so that we ask Marshall Trader. We have maybe 2-3 minutes to ask him. Or
we have one quick question about the COT report from Perez.
Yes, I think I saw. Yes.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Yeah.
All the market sentiment reports, I'm gonna answer you fast. I don't use them because I'm not a fundamental trader, and I include market sentiment and all those types of report as part of fundamental analysis. So you're gonna see the market is more bullish, bearish, dovish. The investors are, no matter what. You've seen so many times that even the news are coming positive for a currency, and the currency still drops. I'm a pure price action trader, naked charting. I've used so many indicators and I've used so many robots, but I am, and even the bot that I'm using now is based on price action, just to make my analysis faster. I base my analysis only and solely on correlation, multi-time frame analysis, and pure price action to help me find the best entry points as a day trader, not long-term swing trader and not scalper.
Okay.
as a day trader to find my best entry point and best breakout points for the strongest currencies against the weakest currencies. So this is my answer. But those reports are interesting. But my only worry, and it happened to me, is that you end up looking at one report and then you try to analyze it and you look at all the fundamentals. You become a fundamental trader. But I've been very disappointed as a fundamental trader because 10 years ago, when you were looking at a bad NFP, and I created a correlation Excel file that when the NFP was bad, the euro dollar was dropping minimum 50 to 100 pip. When NFP was good and ADP was good, the market was going up, for example, strong for the dollar.
Yeah.
The ADP was correlated with the NFP. So when the ADP on Wednesday was coming good, you were already preparing your NFP to be good. I've done that, but in the past 4 or 5 years or even 3 years, there is no correlation. An NFP can be good and the dollar can still be weak and make like a hammer or shooting star and totally reverse and wipe out everybody. That's why I totally switched from even caring about fundamental analysis and any type of reports and focusing 100% on the price action.
Yeah, I think I should. Perez, is your question answered? Perez. Okay, yeah, he said thanks. Okay, so before we go, like my last question, I would just want you to share with us the correlation, just for all of us, the correlation between trading psychology, just something brief, psychology, risk management, and strategy. These three, I would want you to link the three, and then how practically, aside trading, how can we benefit from that in our daily lives or everyday lives? Just something brief on that.
How we can benefit from correlation and
the correlation between trading psychology, risk management, and the trading strategy. Okay. How are they linked, and how can we benefit from that in our daily lives?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything is linked. If you don't have a good strategy, you won't be making profit. You can have the best psychology in the world, have a cold shower every morning, is not going to change anything. You need to have a good strategy. You need to be a good fighter. You need to learn to find your good entry point and build up. Now you can have a good strategy and you can have a really bad risk management. So even if your strategy tell you put your stop loss at 30 pips, you say no, but the market is really going to be on my favor, and you drag your stop loss, you wipe out your account. So then you are not following your strategy because you have a bad risk management. And why you have a bad risk management is because your discipline and your psychology is wrong. If you don't have any risk management, forget about trading. You cannot have a good strategy without risk management. It's like saying, I want to be a boxer, but I want to keep my guard down because I'm so good. I can punch everybody in the face and I don't need to keep my hands up. You'll never become a boxer.
Yeah.
You need to protect your capital. You need to protect your account. But to protect your account, you need the discipline. So this is a triangle. It's a trinity that you need to master the three of them to become the best successful trader. First of all, work on your strategy. Learn to analyze the market. Learn to make some performance. Then, once your balance is growing and you start to make profit, be very strict on your risk management. Because if you can make 5%, but then have a drawdown of 50%, it makes no sense. So you need to cut your losses short. You need to learn to keep your profit, not be emotionally detached from the money, and not be so excited when you made a little bit of profit, or be below the ground when you made a little bit of loss. So you need to detach yourself emotionally from the profit and the losses, and this can happen with a very strict discipline. And how you can master this discipline? Just imagine who you want to become. Because many people say, you know what, it's okay, I will become better later. No, it's now that it's starting. If you don't manage, if you already get so excited because you made $1,000, what will happen the day that you're going to have a capital of $1 million? You won't be able to handle it. You won't last 1 month. So from now, you need to be extremely strict. Keep a journal. Me, for many years, I have to say I don't do it anymore, but it's somewhere in my basement. For many years, I went to buy a big whiteboard, and I had 8 rules on my whiteboard. And on the right side of my whiteboard, I had ticks. My stop loss, my daily loss, my daily target, my analysis, all of this, whatever. And whenever I was starting my day trading, I was ticking, because sometimes you think it's easy and I can make it. No, it's better to have it written. And I was ticking my 8 boxes, and I was doing it for days and days and days and months, until it arrived to a point that seriously I was just starting the day and do tick, 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 because it was a second nature. And this is where you realize that you have actually mastered the discipline and the psychology until it becomes a habit. At the beginning, it might be uncomfortable, it might be difficult, you might have to force yourself. But believe me, if you keep doing it every day, and you force yourself to do it well, it's going to become a second nature.
Yeah.
And then it will be easy to trade every day.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your time and the effort you put in to make this happen. We really appreciate your time. And to all the members of the community, we also appreciate your time. Next week, we will meet here again with the Marshall Trader, and maybe on that we are going to touch on a different topic which is going to help our forex trading journey. I'll share this podcast with all of us via YouTube and any other platform. Thanks a lot, Marshall Trader. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
Anim,
Take care, everyone. I wish you all the best. Have a great weekend.
All right, sure. Bye-bye. Bye.
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 But I know if I eat a